start off by teaching you guys about color correcting. I'll be priming my face with the Benefit Professional, and yeah, because nobody wants to see big pores. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I've already moisturized my skin and put lip balm, and yeah, I like to do my eyebrows last because I feel like you know, when you put foundation and stuff, foundation will still get to your eyebrows, so you know, so I didn't want to do my eyebrows yet. So what I'm going to use first is the green color corrector, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the green shade, which looks like this. You guys have probably seen me using this like a lot of times. So what the green corrector does is that it cancels out redness onto the skin. So you have redness, it helps to neutralize your skin, and yeah, that's basically it. Color correcting is basically to neutralize your skin, and yeah, that is what color correcting is. And I also like to put it onto areas where I have like blemishes and stuff, because as you can see, it's pretty red. So yeah, and around my nose area, and yeah, that's basically it. So but if you do not have redness on your skin, then you do not have to use this step, but I do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Also, the green is not going to make your skin look green. It's basically to neutralize the skin, and yeah, that's basically it. See, my skin right now is less red than what you saw earlier on, and yeah. So the next one that I'll be using is the orange concealer, and I'm using the same brand as well, and this is what it looks like. You guys have seen me using this under my under eye because I have dark circles, as you can see. It's terrible. And around my face, my forehead area, around this side and this side, is usually a lot more darker than the rest of my face, which I don't know why. So yeah, I'll still use the orange concealer to help to neutralize and even out the skin tone once we put concealer or foundation on top of it. So they have another shade, no, I mean not LA, but I know that if you guys have color correcting kits, and if you have the lavender or purple shade, that one is usually to cancel out dullness or yellow yellow tones on the skin. And yeah, I do not really have like yellow tones on the skin, so I don't use purple. I don't even get them, so yeah. Also some people use red lipstick. I feel like red is only when you have like really dark under eye circles. If you have something like mine, then orange for me works just fine. I'll just like dab it like this. But if you do not have like really dark under eye circle, you can use like a salmon concealer, which is like a slightly pinky tone to it. That really helps with like slight dark circles. You know, like if you're fair, I don't think you want to use orange concealer because it'll look a little bit crazy. This is what you will look like. So you don't have to blend it all the way till it sinks under the skin, because it won't ever go away. So yeah, this is what I like to do. And then I feel like this camera captures a lot of the color. Like, I look so orange right now. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in medium beige, and this is what it looks like. And I'm going to conceal my blemishes around my face. As you can see, I do have blemishes, and I'm going to conceal the under eye as well with a triangle motion. I think that my previous foundation routine is slightly different from this one because I'm color correcting and stuff, and I don't know, color correcting is amazing if you have like acne scars. And yeah, I feel like concealing your blemishes or scars first would be so much better than to do your foundation and then put concealer. I mean, it works for me, that it works better because I've tried both ways and I feel like this way is better. That is why my foundation routine is changing up so much. So yeah, we'll deal with the eyes later. I'm gonna use a little bit on the nose because my nose looks so orange in the camera right now, then in person it's crazy. So okay, so I'm gonna blend, and you can see the magic when the magic comes after I blend it out. And yeah, I've been using this concealer a lot lately in my very recent and latest videos. But I've been using these concealers, and the reason why is because the pigmentation is there. As you can see, it conceals quite a bit of my blemish, which is really awesome. And yeah, sometimes if I do not want to color correct, all I do is to basically use medium beige and conceal the areas that I want to conceal, and then I just top it off with my MAC Studio Fix powder, and yeah, that's it. It's so easy, so easy. And yeah, pigmentation is great. That is why it's worth the money to get this, and it's really cheap. You can get it online. In Singapore, it's really, like, I don't see it anywhere. LA Girl, I don't see it anywhere at all, other than like small shops, or like if Sasa has sales or something, maybe they have it. But you know, it's always convenient to get concealers off at Carousel, which is, I got mine at $7.90 or $8 if I'm not wrong. And yeah, really good. I love it. So what I'm gonna do next is to apply my foundation. I will leave the under eye for now just like that first, and I'll be using my Revlon Color Stay foundation in early 10, and this is what it looks like. I haven't used this foundation in a really long time, so I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm gonna apply foundation like I always do, and I will get back to you and teach you how to conceal the under eye because it is orange as fuck.
Going through changes.
Next is to use two concealers, and I'll be using the LA Gold concealer in the beige, where I use to conceal my blemish, and the other concealer that I'll be using will be the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this is what it looks like. And yeah, this concealer is slightly lighter than the LA Girl concealer. If you guys have been following me, then you would know that I use the Marc Jacobs highlighting pen in Up All Night as a highlighter, and yeah, this is amazing as well. But the Marc Jacobs one is much more lighter, and lighter as in the texture is slightly lighter and softer. This one is slightly thicker, so I'm gonna do a triangle motion, and I'm gonna highlight the areas where I usually do. This will only to brighten your brighten the under eye, like to conceal this under eye, and to where I usually put on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, over here above my cupid's bow, and on my chin, to really bring your face forward and make it look like it's very bright. You know what I mean? Like when the light shines on you, it looks like you look bright and there's like dimension on your face. So that is why people highlight and contour their skin. After I conceal the under eye, it looks so much brighter than this side, and it just makes your face and eye area look a lot more awake and fresh looking. So yeah, I'm gonna do the other side, and we will continue highlighting the rest of our face, which is on our forehead, in the middle right here, the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, above my cupid's bow, as well as my chin. Brings a lot of light to the face, especially the under eyes. It looks a lot more fresh, and my nose as well, it looks a lot more lifted, and over here it looks more brighter. And yeah, also if you notice why people do the triangle like this way, is because when they bring the concealer all the way down here, is to give an illusion that the nose is straighter and slimmer. So what I'm gonna do next is to contour my skin, my foundation, contour the cheekbones, and I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Beautiful Blonde.
Going through changes.
Shade slightly higher than my natural cheekbone, and so where it's gonna be is because when you blend it out, it will go slightly lower. So I just place it a little bit higher than usual. And yeah, if you want to contour your cheeks, you may. I contour my nose as well a little bit, and if you do not wish to, then you don't have to. But yeah, it's all about personal preference. And then when I blend it out, I will blend it upwards so it doesn't look muddy around this side. As you saw earlier on, I didn't put the concealer onto my forehead and stuff because I do not have a big forehead, so I do not want my forehead to be smaller because my forehead is pretty small already. So yeah, I don't bring attention to that. But if you want to make your forehead area a lot more smaller, then you just place the concealer over this side and this side on the hairline to give an illusion of a smaller forehead. If you want to do your jawline as well, make it much more sharper, you may, but I don't. And I don't know, I just don't like it because, I mean, let's be real, my jawline is pretty sharp, so nah, I don't need it. I'm gonna set the contour shade with my Stila Get Cheeky Christmas cheek palette. I don't think it's in stores right now, because it's a Christmas edition, but I really like the shade, and especially the bronzer is just nice for my skin tone, so that is what I'm gonna use. And yeah, I'm just gonna set the contour shade right now. Now we can bake. So I'm gonna use my Johnson's baby powder to bake my face. You can use any translucent powder as you would like, but this is very cheap and it works just fine for me. And yeah, if you guys have the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, I heard that is really good, and personally I haven't tried it yet, but I will someday. And the RCMA no color powder is also really good, and it's like the hype right now, and they say that it works better than Laura Mercier one, so who knows. But I'm gonna use my Justice baby powder because I love this so much. And if you didn't know what baking does to your face, is that it sets the area that you conceal. For example, my under eye, I always bake my under eye because I don't know, it's like whatever powder I use under my eyes, it's like if I just dust it in, it will crease throughout the day and it doesn't look cute. So this is the reason why I always bake my under eye. And I always bake in the middle of my forehead because I get oily around the T-zone area, and I'll do it on my nose, at the bridge of my nose, above my cupid's bow, as well as my chin, because I get oily around my T-zone and the rest of my face is pretty much dry. So yeah, I hope that helped, because I never really explained why I bake my face. Have I? I have no idea. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is to take my beauty blender and to go over my concealer that I've already blended in. Also, if you guys notice, like once I put the concealer under my eye, above the orange concealer, it looks somewhat salmon-y in color. And yeah, that if you don't want to use a orange concealer and look crazy like me, then you can use a salmon-y concealer, as I've mentioned before. But yeah, and then gonna tap it a little bit, tap tap tap. I'm gonna take just the tip and then that's how you bake your face. I put like a ton because afterwards you're gonna dust it off and it doesn't look cakey at all. And I feel like whenever I bake my skin, like if I need to put on makeup throughout the whole day, I need my makeup to last and stuff, it actually lasts, and it actually, like, by the end of the day my under eye doesn't crease at all. It's amazing. And yeah, that's the secret to baking. Here, as you can see, it looks a little bit blotchy and stuff, and like messy and stuff, and I don't like messy. So what I do is I take this side here, I dab it into my Justice baby powder, and then I bake. This is a technique that people use, is that after you can see, right, it's so straight right now. So after you dust it off and after you blend it all out, it looks a lot more cleaner and neater and doesn't look like as if you bronze out your entire face. So yeah, baking is fun. You should try it, because I don't know, this is actually my favorite part. I don't know, I just really love to bake. Even if I'm going out for a while, or if I'm going to school and stuff, I will bake. But I don't bake like this. I just bake my under eye, but I don't wait too long. Like, there's a technique. Oh god. So there's two ways to bake your face. One is where you bake your face like this and look crazy. This is where you have full face of makeup. Another baking technique that I have is whereby, you know, when I go to school like and stuff, I'm gonna be so tired, but I want like my under eye concealer to stay in place. And even if I do look tired, I don't actually look tired because my under eye looks fresh all day. And what I do is that I'll bake like just the under eye and my forehead, and that's it. But I do not leave it as it is. I still take my beauty blender and then I just go over it and dab it and dab it and dab it and dab it until the powder sinks into the skin, and I'm pretty much done. And by the end of the day, my makeup will still stay in place, aka my under eye will not crease, because I do not like creased under eye. And it took me a while to master the art of non-creasing under eye. And right now I'm really lazy to sit down and wait. So what I'm gonna do is gonna show you guys this. So I'm gonna dab 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 dab. Except for this spot here, I will just sweep it with a what do you call that, brush. And yeah, for some reason I feel like whenever I do this, it melts into the skin really nicely and it looks really natural. So yeah, and it prevents creasing, okay? And if you are an oily girl, and if you have issues with whatever that you put under your eye and it doesn't stay in place all day, try baking because it works. And if you don't want to wait for too long, do this method where I just put the translucent powder or whatever powder you have and then just go over it like this. You can see your face is lit right now. It's not fully lit because you haven't put highlighter yet. Next is I use a purplish, pinkish, violet-ish eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this shadow right here that I always use on my eyes, and I'm just gonna dab a little bit and just dab it under the eye. This is going to give a brighter eye. So if you have really dark under eye circles, can you see the difference? You can, right? Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but I can see the difference. Can you see the difference? Like this side is so much brighter than this side. And if you have really dark under eye circles, then I would really suggest you to get like a pink or around this kind of shade, like a salmon powder, because it really helps and yeah, cancel out the blue tones and dark circles. To set my entire face with the Bourjois Unifying Powder, healthy balance, matte finish and natural healthy glow for 10 hours, and I am in the shade 55 beige is what it looks like. So I've been trying out this powder lately, and I really like putting it at my T-zone area only because that's the places where I get oily, and yeah, and it works really well so far. I've been liking it, and yeah, and it smells really good. I love it. And I'm gonna apply it on my chin a little bit, as well as this side of my head. I'm gonna use the same palette that I use all the time. I don't know, I just really like this palette so much. Just gonna dab it on the apples of my cheek. Smile a little bit. Just like to put a little bit of bronzer around here, just so, I don't know, it melts really nicely afterwards. And then I'm gonna take my huge fan brush, I'm gonna blend it all in. Now I'm gonna use my ColourPop. No, wait. So I forgot to press the record button, but thank God I haven't put my highlighter yet. Anyways, I'm gonna use the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop, where Jacqueline made it in collaboration.
Going through changes.
see that? Lid, not lit. Lid, not lit. I'm gonna put it above my brow. Can you see the light? I will do a separate video on how to do strobing because there's just a lot to say in that video, okay? So this is just an updated foundation contour routine.
Going through changes.
I'm gonna finish the rest of my face, which is my brows and my lips, and I will come back and end this video. This is the final result. I'm currently in front of my window and holding up my curtains because I don't know, at the hall it was really noisy and I feel like you guys can't really say the color. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you. And yeah, if you guys have any questions in mind regarding color correcting or whatever, you can find me on my Twitter and just tweet me, or you can just find me on my Ask FM, which you can find the link in the description box. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot of things in this video and I hope it sort of like helped you to understand color correcting and what is it about and why everybody is using it and stuff. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up. I can't put my both thumbs up right now because I'm holding my curtains, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what other videos you guys want me to do and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. And yes, this tutorial on this eyes and lip will be up on my channel probably after this foundation routine. I'm not so sure, but most probably. I really like my makeup today. It's so pretty. I'm having a party.